In the last episode, we finally made it to the town of Bano, the bookend city in Cameroon that marks the end of the most difficult and treacherous stretch of road we've encountered so far on our journey around the world. If you love adventurous, thrilling, nail-biting content, you'll definitely want to go back and catch up on our last few videos through Nigeria. But even though we conquered that, we're not home free yet. We still have over 100 kilometers to a town called Jeopardy. And since there was no diesel in Bano, I'm pouring in our last few cans of fuel into the tank to get us through this final stretch of red dirt roads. While 100 kilometers doesn't sound like much, Google estimates about a 3-hour drive, which means we're in for a less than ideal road conditions. Fingers crossed they have fuel in Jeopardy. From there, we'll turn south towards Yaoundé, which is another 500 kilometer, 7-hour drive. We've heard that the road from Jeopardy to Yaoundé is good tar, but there are limited or no diesel options along the way. There are also limited camping options, so we'll need to decide if we stop midway or push on to the capital city, where we booked an Airbnb for some much needed rest and a hot shower. Wish us luck.
Cracker with green juice on it?
Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
Why?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. C'est comment?
Français small.
Voilà.
Yeah, we're from
Il n'y
America.
a pas le truc là, pour mettre dans la bouche.
I don't understand.
Le jus.
Water.
Mm. I don't have any. No. Mm.
No Français.
How we don't.
Wait on.
Drink.
This is all I have. It's for me.
C'est la
Mm.
maison là.
Yeah,
Ils
see.
ont tout ici là.
Yeah.
Les caméras et tout.
Sí, es mi casa. Thank you. Have a good day. Merci.
Might be as hard as we put it up. Let me see it.
That one's loaded up with supplies.
It's babies. As we're driving through Cameroon, recovering from the Bano border crossing, one of the first things we notice is it is definitely more tropical here. And I believe that's because we're kind of coming down out of a mountain range. And on the other side, it was a bit more dry. And on this side, there are tropical trees. The land is not as cleared. There's brush. It just feels more jungly. And as we drive through there, although the villages we're passing through in this rural part of the country are still very humble, they kind of resemble the other villages north of us, except for the women. The dress is a little bit different, and they actually seem to wear some makeup out here in this rural parts. I don't know if it's a tribal thing or not, but the women through this area, some of them are very, very stunning. And then, much to our surprise and joy, we've encountered some birds. There is bird life here, not just normal gray or little black birds. There are colorful birds here. Now, we haven't been able to get many because they fly really fast. But that, if you've been following our journey for a long time, you know we love birds and wildlife of all kinds. If you're new to the channel, you need to know that the whole reason we're headed towards Central and South Africa is to find the wildlife. So that is another thing. With some things we have learned about Cameroon. One that was interesting to me is back when it was colonized, this was kind of split up into two portions. And the British colonized half of it, or some of it, and the French colonized some of it. And then when the colonizers started to leave and go back to Europe, which started to happen in like the 1960s, for a little bit, this remained two different countries or republics, whatever you want to call them. Somewhere in the late 1960s or 70s, they merged the two. And when they did, they decided to keep both languages. So English and French are both official languages in the Constitution for Cameroon. Now, the majority of people speak fluent French. French is definitely the most common and most used language here, from what we've understand and the little bit we've already encountered. But I think like 40 or 45% of the people in this country are supposed to speak pretty fluent English. So you'll know that's a bonus for us because that helps. We'll see how that pans out. But the economy here in Cameroon has some stuff that's going on with it. It's diversified. It has oil, it has mining, it has a lot of agriculture, and they do exports and they work with other countries up in Europe. But we are excited to get a little bit deeper down into this country and see what we can figure out. And also, we need to tell y'all the next step, the next phase of this journey.
And another thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this is a brand new road. It's a great road, and it appears to be part of a larger trend in infrastructure development in the region. Globally, particularly in West Africa and South America, we have seen investment from China in major infrastructure projects, including roads, bridges, and ports. We understand this particular road from Tabati to Yaounde in Cameroon is being developed to facilitate the export of timber and agricultural products, and was constructed primarily by Chinese contractors. As we've shown you, this area is heavily forested, so it's plausible that the timber extraction will precede agricultural development. Given the vastness of this area, it seems to be a long-term investment with potential benefits for both Cameroon and all the investors involved. Now, because this road condition is so good, we've been making really good time, something that we're not used to in West Africa, and we're taking advantage of it. Based on the lack of fuel stations, camping spots, we've decided to push on into Yaoundé, which means there's a slight chance we could get there after dark.
Is this residence Masao?
Résidence Masoué.
Masu, yes?
Oui.
Residence.
Okay.
Hold
Is
on.
it here?
Here, is it this one?
D'accord, okay.
Yes?
Oui, oui, oui.
Okay.
Do you want to go down there and see if you can park, Curt? I'll stay here for a minute.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, he's going to park us here, maybe. That's where he's going to park us. Okay. Okay. You got, yeah, you're good. And there's the guardhouse. So.
Woo! So we rolled into Yaounde at dark, and driving in the dark is something we just hate to do. In this West African track, we've found ourselves doing it more than we feel comfortable. But after that Bano trip, we just wanted to get settled in, to heal our wounds, to be honest with you. And the drive in was, let me just say, it was dramatic as always. When you come through the city, we actually saw a car burning it on fire. And so it's just kind of crazy when you come into a city like that. And but it looks completely different during the day. And to be honest with you, although we are still scarred from Bano, we're healed up, and the memories are going to last forever, but the scars will fade. And
We got our passport stamps.
we got our passport stamps, and we have some really, really big news to report to you guys. We have basically concluded our West African trek. So the West Africa piece is done. Now our trip is not. Now we're entering into Central Africa. And so we are on the way down south to the Republic of Congo border. Now there is going to be some super cool stuff there. And one of those is we're crossing the equator into the southern hemisphere. Now another is some of the things, some of the challenges that we had in West Africa kind of go away for the most part, but they're replaced by fuel shortages, and also we have to get through the Democratic Republic of Congo, which can be another very challenging country. Some would argue the most challenging country on this trek. Anyway, we got wildlife in our minds as we head through Congo, Angola, and down to Namibia. So let me just tell you, we are refreshed and we are fired up for what's about to happen.
They're going to all see us pull in here, though.
We would like to speak to an adult. We would like to see if we can park here for the night. I'm going to turn around.
And turn around. Turn around and back in.
Look at them all. They are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Just that.
Turn sharp. Stay sharp. Right up next to the tree. Stay all the way sharp. All right, Curt is back. What's the verdict, Curty?
All right, well, there was a little bit, I think it's a cultural issue and maybe even a security issue, and it really kind of makes sense if you think about it, but we pulled into the school and we were literally mobbed by kids. They were excited to see us, they were excited for tourists, and quite honestly, a lot of overlanders stop at this place, so it's not the first time it's happened. And so they told me that their Dad wasn't here, but he would be here shortly, and that he's the supervisor, and that it would be okay. And they told us to park right here and wait for the father. Well, it was kind of a bad deal because, again, we kind of went against their culture of not speaking to the adult first, which that was the first thing we asked to, was to speak to an adult. So anyway, he was a super nice guy. We sorted that through, and I apologized and humbled myself. And honestly, I totally get it. We're foreigners just rolling up into a schoolyard. But long story short, he was really cool. He rolled out the red carpet, offered hospitality. There's a pump well right over there, and he said there's even a place for a plug-in. I told him we didn't need anything, and school is tomorrow, so we will be heading out before 7 a.m. early in the morning. We got a big day. We got a border crossing into the Republic of Congo.
Yep. And now we're gonna have some supper and go to bed.
Yeah, this is nice. Worked out okay. I mean,
Yeah.
the kids were fun. They were. This little Bano getting in and out, but it's all right. Hi, Punky. Hi, Pumpkin.
Did you have some kibbles?
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, baby. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. You made my day. Yes, you did. You made my day, Pumpkin. You're such a pretty girl.
Good morning. We got a really good early start this morning. We were on the road before 6 o'clock.
5:45.
Yeah, but the sun was already up, so we are headed to the border. We left our campsite at the school there, and I got to tell you, we're up over about 2,000 feet in elevation, and it got down to probably 70 degrees last night.
So nice.
It was really nice and cozy. The weather was perfect. The sunshine is shining today, and the closer we get to the border, it just gets thicker and thicker with this beautiful jungle.
So jungly, guys.
Yeah.
Incredibly beautiful, amazing, and exciting.
Yeah, we've gone through a couple of toll booths that seem that at first sight don't look official, but you get receipts, and it's on iOverlander, and it's kind of official thing, and it's about $1 each time.
It just looks unofficial when they have a board with nails sticking out of it sliding across.
Yeah.
That's like their bar. It's a board with nails.
Yeah, but everybody's been kind this morning. We got such an early start that we pulled off and had our coffee and breakfast a little bit down the road. But we are back on the road now, and I hope I'm getting some good video of these beautiful trees, because it's unbelievable. And I think the more we go south, the more it's just going to get more and more jungly. So we are about, about a half an hour from the border. We will be leaving Cameroon and entering the country of the Republic of the Congo, which I believe most people here in Africa just refer to as the Congo. So that is what's on the plan for today. We've got a border crossing. We are now about 20 minutes or 17 minutes from the border. But what happens first at the border is a fuel station. And we've heard that sometimes there are long lines here, because as soon as we leave Cameroon and cross the border into the Congo, fuel becomes our next obstacle. There are shortages of fuel. You'll come up to gas stations and there'll be no fuel or no gasoline, and it's kind of hit or miss and luck of the draw. And we have quite a distance. We're really going to be pushing it on our first leg in the Congo on running out of fuel, even with our reserves. So at the border, while we're still in Cameroon, we will go to the gas station and top it off all the way tippy top, spilling out as much fuel as we can get in this van. So that is what we have to do before we leave Cameroon. But Cameroon was a pretty unique and cool country, wasn't it, Curt?
It was a really cool country. The roads here were really nice. Once we got on Tabata, so from Bano to Tabata, dog's breakfast, some of the worst roads ever. But since then, the roads have been beautiful, and What a beautiful country with the jungles and sort of the mountains and the hills. And but we're at a police stop.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. Bonjour. No, my français is small. Small français, I'm sorry.
Going where?
We're coming from Yaoundé and we're going to Congo.
Congo.
Congo,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Vous pouvez voir le passeport?
Yes. Do you need the we have
Yeah. So here's our passports, and we have all of our information on a piece of paper if that makes it easier for you.
American.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Travelers.
On enregistre vos comptes.
Okay. He wants us to pull there. Merci, sir.
On route.
Thank you. Have a great
good
day.
We're back from our police checkpoint, and it was actually kind of like an immigration checkpoint. We're getting closer and closer to the border, so there likely might be a few more of those as we get closer. But back to what we were talking about, Cameroon, a unique type of country, especially with their roads, because they started off horrendous.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a continuing theme, improve the infrastructure as we head south. For the most part, there's still going to be some bumpy spots, and there's still going to be some scary spots. But the good news is we're going to start getting into wildlife.
Yes. In our next video, we hope to be able to find things like, should we tell them or make them wait? Elephants, gorillas,
chimpanzees,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah, so with that, as we're about to pull into this gas station and get ready for the border, we're going to wind this video down. We will see you guys in a few days from the Congo.
Wimba-wumpa, wimba-wump. They have those? How much are they?
1500.
No, Cecil. I think we go to Congo. No diesel in Congo. It's difficult. Hey guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. So this is it, guys. This is gonna be our last fuel stop for quite a while.
When you speak English in Cameroon, go slowly.
Slowly.
Not
Slow. Yeah,
when you speak very
I understand. Thank you.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!